It's the only show in town tomorrow on Tuesday, right here on NBA TV, the lone game in the NBA. The Clippers and the Mavericks, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Coverage begins at 6 p.m. with the warm-up. Don't miss it.
Oh, that's going to be a good game.
It's time now to take a look at the starting lineups presented by Autotrader. The Raptors at 28-14 start Kyle Lowry and Fred VanVleet, who's just recently returned back from his injury. And, of course, Siakam and Gasol, as well as Powell, are back. But OG Anunoby is getting the start. And for the Atlanta Hawks at 10-33, Trae Young leads the way in more than one category. Kevin Huerter, Cam Reddish, DeAndre Hunter, and John Collins, who we all thought was going to be part of a dynamic duo with Trae Young. So, gentlemen, while I have your attention, what are your thoughts on this game tonight? What are you expecting to see, and do you have a prediction?
Well, I'm going to go with John Collins. The reason why is I think he's in his third year. I think he's, what's his age, 22? And I look at Marc Gasol's 34. You got to run him. And when I mean you got to run him, not just the scores for you, you got to run him so my teammate can get an open shot. Because if he sprints down and a guard has to pick him up, that means another guard, for the Atlanta Hawks should have an isolation with Marc Gasol, and that's going to be the key for me. He has to make plays without scoring, but for others, and I think he's about to do it with his legs.
Yeah, no, I hear you. And I'm really glad you mentioned Kyle Lowry, because Kyle's kind of been steadying that ship. A lot of injuries, he got hurt a little bit. But Kyle's just matured a ton in his career. He found out one thing, Smitty, that we all found out at some point. Winning is the best deodorant in the entire history of mankind, because all those smells go away when you win. And he understands now that winning just is everything. He's just committed to it. And tonight, again, Kyle will do whatever it takes. He's made big shots for his team. He'll pass the ball. Everybody's coming back healthy. He'll distribute. He's kind of got over, it's got to be about me and it's about us. And I love to see Kyle play this way, because he just goes out there and just does what he needs to do. And kudos to him, because a few years ago I coached him, and we had a lot of those discussions. Didn't always go the way I wanted it to, but he's really made a big push.
Yes.
He's a world champion, defending world champ.
That makes a big difference, and you can see it too. The NBA fan can see those things. You see when a player starts to mature and develop as an all-around player and not just as a scoring athlete. So. Good job, Kyle Lowry. Excellent job for the Toronto Raptors, obviously coming off of the championship. It's time now to throw it to the home of the Atlanta Hawks at State Farm Arena, where our friends are broadcasting. Bob Rathman, Dominique Wilkins, and Andre Aldridge have the call. Enjoy the game.
Dominate.
In his third season, joined up front by Pascal Siakam and Marc Gasol. The veteran backcourt of Kyle Lowry and Fred VanVleet. These are the guys that won it all last year, of course, over Golden State. The Hawks will counter with their small lineup. That means John Collins at the center position, Trae at the point, Kevin Huerter, DeAndre Hunter, and Cam Reddish, as we are ready for basketball on this King Holiday Monday afternoon from downtown Atlanta. Partner, great to be with you.
Absolutely. This is a wonderful day and a great occasion. This is what we all strive to be, something special, and Dr. King has really made the way for a lot of people of every color.
Lowry's miss, taken back by Anunoby. Here is Siakam firing and missing, and the rebound to Collins. Here come the Hawks, trying to get the bad taste of that Saturday performance against Detroit out of their mouths. Huerter missing a three, and Siakam with the rebound.
Pascal Siakam with his 24 points per game, helping lead his team to victory. Quite often, Toronto Raptors sitting in the third position. They've won 3 straight, and you've seen the offense in those last 3 games. They have been on a tear. Their opponent tonight, the Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young, top 5 in points and assists. Still trying to figure out how to translate those stats into wins. Can they figure that out before it's too late?
Well, you can shoot the ball from the seats. I see that. That's a hell of a shot. Oh, this kid made a kid do push-ups. There you go. At it, baby, Trae. He said, if I make this shot, you got to give me 10.
He's working them out, too. Good for him.
He's not letting him do 9. He's
for
doing
him.
10.
If I'm not mistaken, that's his little brother.
That's adorable. That makes it even better.
I like it.
Exactly.
I love that. It's a family
He said,
affair.
if I make it, you should give me 10.
And he dropped down, too. No hustle.
Yeah.
All right, glad you guys are back with us. I'm Stephanie Reddy. We've got Steve Smith and Kevin McHale here in the building to help you get ready for this afternoon game. In fact, we've got a treat for you. These two experts are going to break down their keys to the game, and the keys to the game are presented by AutoZone. Coach, we'll start with you.
Yeah, right now, if you are the Toronto Raptors, you just got to keep the ball rolling, and the fact that you're getting 31 assists a game, you're absolutely just playing, lights out offensively, shooting the ball, and then concentrate on your D. Sometimes, Smitty, how it goes, you start playing so good offensively that you're like, man, we let the D slide a little bit. But just concentrate on your defense. And then now for Coach Nick Nurse, who's doing a tremendous job up there, you can get your rotation set, because what's happening now, everybody's back healthy, and you can't be playing 12, 13 people. You got to get your 8, 9 guys, get your rotation set, and start prepping now for what you're going to do next spring. So I'm excited about this Raptors team.
And Smitty, you had the Hawks.
Well, and I start off, Kevin and Stephanie, you talk about turnovers. The Hawks are like one of the worst teams. I think they're 30th. And so they're not going to fix that in this game. But I don't want the live ball turnovers. I want the turnovers where I kick it off my foot and it goes out of bounds and we can set our defense. So cut down the live ball turnovers. Shot selection, that's your defense today. When you're playing a team that's superior than you and in the record and they're a better team, your shots basically turns into your defense. So they're wild shots, no one gets back, so have great shot selection. Last, I want Trae Young to be more like Patrick Mahomes.
Who?
I do
Patrick
too.
Mahomes. And the reason why I say that.
I do too. I'm all for that.
And the reason why I say he can control turnovers, you're like the quarterback.
Yeah.
You can control shot selection. Of the others, I can give Kevin the basketball with 2 seconds left, or I can penetrate and go up and get Kevin a good shot, whether he makes it or not. He's got to be Patrick Mahomes and for them to be able to win this game today.
So you want him to control the
Tempo, pace, everything. That's what the quarterback does, and the point guard.
It's good advice.
Yeah.
We'll see if he can do it.
I'd
That would
love
be
to see
exciting,
that.
too, by the way, right?
I like Patrick Mahomes. Let me tell you something. Kansas City's going to be tough to beat in the Super Bowl.
Fun to watch. All right, someone who we have not talked about yet for the Toronto Raptors, but who has been a huge piece of the puzzle, Kyle Lowry.
Yeah.
We haven't even mentioned him yet today. Remember, he was the man before Kawhi Leonard got there, and he's helping keep this team together. How about an all-star turning into a glue guy? Kyle Lowry.
The pregame show is presented by Autotrader. Finally, it's easy.
If it wasn't for what Martin Luther King stood for, then obviously we wouldn't have the game we have today and the diversity that we have today.
We wanted more people to see the bigger picture and understand it and how great we can be as a unit or as a community.
Just open our minds a little bit and educate ourselves about one another. I think we'll understand each other a little bit more and we'll respect each other.
Such an honor to be a part of this holiday here in the NBA family. 4 games for you, nationally televised right here on NBA TV. The Raptors-Hawks start things off at 2:30, and then you can go on over to TNT and start things off at 5 p.m. with the Pelicans-Grizzlies, then Lakers, Celtics, and the nightcap Warriors-Blazers starting at 10 p.m. And you know who's going to be over there when you go to TNT? Among others, Charles Barkley, and he's got his special MLK edition of Guarantee.
Oh, boy.
Great Martin Luther King holiday is coming up. We have a slate of games right here on our family of networks. We're going to go rapid fire through each game. So Raptors at Hawks.
Raptors.
Pelicans at Grizzlies.
Grizzlies.
Lakers at Celtics.
Lakers.
Warriors at Blazers.
Oh, Blazers.
Okay, all right. Got all those marked down. Of course, we hope you do get all those right. So now all-star starters. Now this is your last chance, and we do have a visual aid because I know sometimes you seem to forget the picks that you've made. So do you want to stick with your pick or do you want to make a switch?
I do not. I want to make one change.
And what will that change be?
Joel Embiid. I'm going to switch him out for Siakam.
Okay, so Joel Embiid is out. Pascal Siakam is in. Why?
Well, because Embiid's not going to play for a month. And you shouldn't vote for a guy who's not going to play for a month. He's already been out at least a week, I think. And that injury, people have had to say you're going to miss
4 to 6 weeks. First of all, he might not even be back for the All-Star game. I mean, the All-Star game's a month away. So I don't think he'll be back.
Those are your guarantees. That's Charles Barkley.
All right, I hope you marked him down, because nothing more fun than ribbing someone when they've made their predictions so publicly. Okay, gentlemen, we have another game that we're going to be looking forward to tonight. Lakers-Celtics, the return of Anthony Davis. What do you expect out of him in his first game back after missing 5?
Well, hopefully he's come back and he's healthy. You know, obviously after taking that big fall. But I think for him is the Lakers, you'll always want one of your best players back, right? But when you play in a team where I think you have advantage at a position, which is the center spot and the bigs going against the Celtics, and now you come back, it just makes everybody else around Anthony Davis. And LeBron's saying, not good. They got those 3 small forwards. I'm going to have to work hard if AD doesn't play.
Yeah.
But bringing a guy back that's, you know, give you 27, give you block shots, give you rebounds, versatility, and also, if, you know, I don't feel like guarding one of these guys, even a wing guy, he's a 7-footer, 6'11", he can guard Tatum, Brown, or Gordon Hayward. I'm not saying he's going to do a fantastic job. He's capable of.
No question.
But he's one of those guys, Kevin, that everything on the basketball court, you could say you can excel if you're the others, because he can do it.
I agree. Look at, you know, I'm glad that his bruised butt finally healed. I was getting concerned about that, man. But I tell you what, though, he did, when you look at the fall, he fell right on his tailbone. And boy, you fall on your tailbone. That is so tender. I've done it a few times, man. That hurts for a long time. So I'm glad he's better, because everybody said he had a bruised butt. I said, he had a bruised tailbone. But, you know, you talked about the guys that he's playing against. They have to guard him. Now, I look at, you know, what Hayward's going to have to guard him. Tatum's going to have to guard him. Brown, if he's available. Smart. He's so much bigger than those guys and so much longer that he's capable of playing them on the perimeter. Now, granted, they're all clever with the ball. They can all go places. But he can move his feet. And at some point, he stays on your side. You know how those big, long guys, you got to shoot over him at some point, because he's not giving up on plays. He's blocking shots at the rim. But they've got to turn around and guard him. It's a lot different saying that I'm the guy, Kuzma. Okay, now Kuzma's my size, and Jaylen Brown's thinking, you know, I'm going to kick Kuzma's tail. He looks at AD and goes like, damn, I'm guarding this guy. Like, you know, this guy's going to shoot over me. He's bigger. There's, you know, length and size still matters in the NBA. And you're 7 foot, which that guy is, long wingspan. You're being guarded by 6'6", 6'7" guys. You know it. They know it. And it's hard to make up that. So he's a comfort level. You said it best, Smitty. Everybody exhales and goes, okay. Got one of our horses back. Right. You know, this is going to make the game easier for all of us.
You can see here the Boston Celtics, looking at this graphic, they have hit a little lull, if you will. I know, Kevin, you're not thrilled about that, but I think that they're happy they have an opportunity to show America again tonight that they can win games against the Los Angeles Lakers. Remember, this is the MLK holiday. We've got 4 games on our family of networks for you to enjoy. The third one is the Lakers, but the first one, the Toronto Raptors, are in the birthplace of Dr. King. The Atlanta Hawks will be hosting them. Jeff Teague returning back to the Hawks. Remember, he was an all-star before. Can he help this team out?